Hi everyone, I'm Angie. Welcome back. Today we're going to be budgeting $2,369.63 in YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. The first thing we want to do, let me click off that. I've started a money map for this year. We're going to see how it goes. And what this does, it gives me the percentage breakdown for our needs, our investments, and our wants. So 60% of our income goes toward needs, or it could be less. 20% or more goes for our investments, and 20% or less goes to wants. If I have any overspending, it has to come from any wants category that I have, such as eating out, um, travel. So it cannot be pulled from investment or our needs category. So let's go ahead and do the percentages for the ready to assign. So as you can see in our needs category, we have $669.35 left over from last week. I have a variable income. I am a reseller on eBay and Poshmark. So it just depends on how much I sell and how much I work is how much I make. So I'm self-employed and I like to have rollover money in our needs category to take care of any bills. My husband is paid bi-weekly. So yeah, our income from week to week varies. So I like to have enough money to cover bills. So that's why that leftover's in there. So we're going to go the plus the full amount that I have in ready to assign times 0.6, and that'll give me that 60% that I need to put in there. And it's a little over, let me take a look. Yeah, it's $1,421.78. So that gives us a total of $2,091.13 to work with. Invest and wants, since they're the same amount, I can divide it by 2. So $947.85 is left in ready to assign. So I'm going to divide that by 2, which for investments for this week, we're going to set aside $472.93. And the remaining amount in ready to assign, $473.92, will go to our wants. And thank you so much, everyone, for last week's video, all of your wonderful comments. It was a little chaotic. I'm just getting used to this and doing everything under the views, which are up here. So I appreciate your patience with that last video. And someone commented, and I'm sorry, I don't know your name right now. Why didn't I add the money map category to the views? And that way I'll know exactly how much money I have in each one. And I'll show you that in just a moment. And I won't be flipping back and forth. And I was trying to figure out, I realized how chaotic it was. And I was trying to figure out how to do it. And they helped me out. So thank you. So let's do invest first. So we'll click on that view. And as you can see here, I can see exactly how much we're working with. So the only thing that is underfunded is my 2026 IRA. So let's take some of the money we have in our money map. We don't need all of it. We only need the $293.65. So let's do that. And that will fully fund it for this month for my IRA in 2026. I already have my 2025 IRA fully funded. It's just kind of in transition. It's in our high yield savings account. It has to hit my local checking account to where we can do all of that. So it's just in transition there. One thing I wanted to ask you guys about, I'm saving up, well, not actually saving up, I'm putting money aside for my husband's 2025 IRA. We don't have his fully funded, but I do have, and you'll see that in the wants category, I have money set aside for a new car. And let me say that as of right now, both of our cars are good. My husband's car is newer. He also drives a company car back and forth to work. So we have in the past, and we could go down to one car. So I'm thinking about taking some of that money and just fully funding this. And that way this money would be set aside for his 2026 IRA. Let me know your thoughts on it. Okay, so I do have $180.28 left for investments. So I'm just going to move that money down to his, since we really need to beef up his IRA. He's younger than I am. His has more time for that, compound interest. So yeah, I need to start fully funding his as soon as possible to get that compound interest effect. So far for his IRA for this month, we have assigned $847.28. For my next year IRA is $615.39. And then we have just a little fun robo investments with Ally. That it's $25 a month. Now let's go to needs and see what we have there. Oh, and you may see that I have created new category groups as we go through this. And that was because when I downloaded the spreadsheet for last year, I was going to share it with you guys, but it was going to take so much to try to straighten that thing out. To me, it made sense, but to look at it on a spreadsheet, it did not. So I thought, well, why not make better category groups? So for our weekly, we look like everything is funded. Let me just click all the categories. We are fully funded for this month in our needs category. So let's go to January, because in the needs, it's the only category groups that I'm going to fund a month ahead. Investments will be used in the month that they are earned, and also the wants will be used in the month. So in other words, I won't fund next month with those two. But needs I will. So since all of our needs are met for this month, let's go to February. And as you can see, I just went ahead and moved that money up to ready to assign so we can use it. So weekly is variable spending, and also our electric and water, because month to month, those two bills vary. So how I have it set up is, and I know I've touched on it in previous videos, but I have the target set to refill up to $675 for our groceries. It doesn't know how much we're going to have left over, and neither do I. So it's going to ask for the full amount because we're a month ahead. But what I'm going to do is divide the amount that is asking for, so the $675 by 4 weeks. So 675 divided by 4 gives us $168.75. And I'll do that for each of the variable spending. So in household, $60 divided by 4, $15. My husband's lunch out for work, $130 divided by 4. And $165 divided by 4 for gas gives us $41.25 in February. That way, when we do get to next month, I'll have some money in those categories to kind of help cover some of those variable spending, because, like I said, my income fluctuates. Supplements is a new category. It all just used to go into grocery, but I do have rheumatoid arthritis and I take supplements every month. I don't know how much I spend in this category, so it's going to take me a couple of months to get a target amount. So for now, if I order something, I will just move it down from the grocery line into supplements. So with the electric and the water, those bills have already been paid. So it's asking me to put in $330 for our electric bill, but I know 100% that $61.90 is going to roll over. So what I'm going to do is 330 minus $61.90 So I only need to put in $268.10 into our electric to get it to that $330. Same for water. So I'm going to go the $45 it's asking for minus the $8.09 is going to give me my $45 I'll need for next month. The internet is $92.24 every month. I do consider that a need because I work from home, and so does my husband sometimes. Medical is $250 a month. It seems like a lot. We had a lot, so I based all of my targets on last year. We did have a lot going on last year, a lot of dental work, different things that we were taking care of. So this year I based it off last year, the monthly average. But this year I need glasses. There's just a lot of things going on again. So the $250, it should cover everything. The bank fee is $1 every month. So we'll put that in. For annual, and this is annual, quarterly, anything like that. The propane's quarterly. So house taxes needs $83. Camper insurance $31.82. Homeowners insurance $110. Excuse me. Propane is $100 a month, and that's just estimated. They come fill up, like I said, quarterly, and then we have a tank rental that we have to pay every year. The tax and title on our Outback is $13. On our Honda is $12 a month. And the car insurance, which we pay every 6 months, is $117.67 for February in order to save up for those bills and have that ready. So we still have $717.89 left ready to assign. So as you can see here, our investment properties includes a small studio that used to be my mother-in-law's beauty shop that my husband turned into like a little apartment. Our son lives there. And it also includes a home that I owned before we got married. We have family living there. They do pay for their own utilities, and they help pay for a little bit of the escrow, but I put money aside for any kind of maintenance issue that may come up on those two properties. So escrow, we need $300, and maintenance $325 for the month. Sinking funds closed $92 for this month. And that leaves us with 89¢. So for car maintenance, we're just going to put the 89¢ in. So it looks like we're fully funded for all of our needs for February 2025. Whoops, let me unclick that money map there. So we need car. Let me take a look. So we need $276.11 to fully fund it. Those two. And then for our monthly and weekly, we need $842.49 to fully fund February with our needs. Okay. Let's go to our wants category. And I'm going to go back to January because all of that money will be assigned in January. And let's take that $473.92 and put it back into ready to assign. So travel has been covered as far as our targets for this month. The gym is taken care of. Random acts of kindness comes out of our giving category, which I've got hidden on here. We do about 10% or more of our income into giving, but random acts of kindness, I'm sure you guys all know what that is, but it comes from our giving category, so I'll move money up there once we use it. Eating out is covered for this month, any of our guilt-free spending. And so AnyList is an app that I use on my phone, And it's a grocery list, menu planner. Actually, you can do different kinds of lists. I've got a Christmas list, a packing list. I love it. And so you can share the app with your partner, kids, whomever. And if, let's just say, when my son was living here and he wanted a certain kind of chips, he would just put it on the list and it updates everyone that is on the list. And then if I'm home and I need milk and I put it on the list, my husband sees it, he stops by, he clicks it off, that he purchased it, and it disappears off the list. It's pretty awesome. So during the week, as we use things up, we add things to our grocery list. And when we get to the grocery store, we've got everything that we need. So highly recommend it. Not sponsored in any way. It is $14 a year. No, $14.99. And I just paid it in December, so want to fund that, $1.25. And Sam's Club used to be funded $32.86 for that membership. And I think that's everything in January that we need to fund. Yeah, so everything is funded for January in our wants categories. So what I'm going to do with that $439.81 is assign it to my husband's zero-turn mower. And hopefully by this summer, he can purchase one. He'll purchase a used one, I'm assuming. He's also saving money for it himself, so we'll see. They're pretty expensive, but he does cut grass for free for other people, senior citizens, and he does jobs on the side for others. He helps others a lot, nonprofits, and they, compensate him for his time. He doesn't ask for anything, but they do compensate him for his time, and he saves up to buy like his tools for his wood shop or things that he needs, like the zero-turn mower. But we have money in our budget to where we can set aside and kind of help him get that, hopefully, like I said, by this summer. Okay, so that takes care of our investments, our needs, and our wants for January. Looks like we have all of our money assigned. I'm really, really enjoying the money map and the percentages that I'm using. I don't feel guilty about the money we do spend on travel because I know everything else is taken care of. And we do love to travel. So we have some things coming up and some little mini adventures, and I hope to share those with you. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Let me know what you think about that, me taking from the new car category to fully fund my husband's IRA for this year. And yeah, I'd just like to get your insight. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.